Okay, so I have 2 shredded blocks of tofu, and the blocks of tofu are firm, and I just shredded it with a regular potato, like shredder, peeler, I should say. Potato peeler is what I used. I have 2 kinds of potato peeler, but I'll show you the one that works best for this. And so I shredded it all, and then I put it on some parchment paper, and then I added some soy sauce. I added paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, and cumin, and mixed it all through. And again, it's just eyeballing the seasonings until it looks good to me. And the soy sauce is going to help bind all those herbs and spices. If you want to add some parsley, if you had dry parsley, that would be really nice too, but I'm going to put some fresh parsley on it, so I'm not going to worry about doing that. I'm just going to add the fresh parsley to my meal afterward, but dry parsley would be really nice on this. And yeah, it's just seasoned. It's sitting while the oven heats up. It's just getting nice and seasoned. You could always do this and put it in a container in the fridge and let it marinate overnight if you needed to, and that way you can pull together your meal really quickly. So high protein, of course, because the tofu, if you are worried about the fat, then, well, that's going to be not the best meal, I guess, for you. But if you're looking for a high protein meal, then definitely tofu is the win. So I have 2 types of the peelers. This is the one I normally use, but my daughter, my oldest, is left-handed, and this is the one she prefers. So I do have 2 kinds. Well, to shred the tofu, this one is going to be best to make the gyros. So it's going to be nice shreds using this one versus the other one. They're really going to fall apart if you use the other style. So that's what I did in order to shred everything. And then here I just have a bunch of herbs from the backyard. Yes, still I have herbs there. They're a little frozen, but I'm going to be drying them for future use. So I also made a sauce to go on my meal as well. And in this blender, there are cashews that I had soaked. And I used a lot because I'm making a big batch. So normally it's half a cup is what I use. I used a whole cup of cashews. They're just the plain cashews. They are just raw. And then I added in paprika, garlic, cloves. I added like, I think 5 cloves to the whole thing. I also added a little bit of garlic powder because I like it really seasoned. I added onion powder and a little bit of lemon juice as well. And yeah, I think that's it. There's nothing else in here. And then I blended everything up until it's nice and creamy. The paprika kind of turns it a red tinge, a little bit of like, it's not like white anymore. If you don't want the paprika, you don't have to put it on, but I really like the flavor of paprika. So extra is going to stay in this jar. That's why I'm going to transfer it in here. And I made a big batch, like I said. If you are low fat, then cashews, you know, are obviously going to be an indulgence. Maybe put less in and don't make it as creamy. Not a big deal. I've done it like that before when I was being super strict with my fat content. But because this is really it, this is all the fat content that I'm having. Normally in my meals is going to be a little bit of nuts, or maybe a nut butter every once in a while. I'm not that concerned about it because I'm not using mass quantities. I haven't even eaten avocados in ages, so I'm not too worried about it. So I am going ahead and doing it, only adding a little bit to my meal anyway. But you have to be the judge of what is best for you. And then of course I have my fresh parsley. Some of it's getting yellow just because it's been sitting on my counter for a few days. So I'm going to get rid of those and keep the good ones. And then add that to my meal because herbs are very, very yummy. They add a lot of flavor, but they're also very nutritious. So that's going to be nice on my meal as well. I'm going to bake these at 375. I'm going to mix it halfway through and then I'll let you know how long it takes to cook them up. And yeah. Okay, so these are the pitas that I have. I just got them at Walmart. There was only 2 choices. Both of them have oil in it. I can't get away from that. So you have to decide again if that's something that you're willing to do, if you're oil free. For me, every once in a while, it's not a big deal. As long as I can stay oil free like 90% of the time, I'm okay with, you know, a meal maybe once a week that has a little bit of oil in it. Or has fat in it, period. Yeah, like it's not an everyday thing, but I don't obsess about it anymore like I used to. I can't find them oil-free, so I can't cry about it. This is the best I can do, and that's it. Like, that's what I'm having. Okay, look at the dry lemon balm. Oh my gosh, it dried beautifully. Like so nicely. This is going to be amazing for my tea bags. I just love drying all of my tea and making my own custom tea bags because there's nothing like it. And the smell, it smells so nice. I wish you guys could smell what it smells like in my kitchen right now once I open the dehydrator. So fragrant. It's all organic, all from my backyard. And I'm going to go cut some more. Yes, it's a rainy day, but I still have to get through a lot of tea. I want to make a lot of tea bags for the winter. So I'm going to fill up the rest of this bag. I'm really pushing it down and trying to get everything in here. And then I'm going to get another Ziploc for the next batch. And I do have many of these already put away in my hallway closet, which is kind of like a pantry. And then that way I can do my tea bags at some point. Okay, so I am having my morning supplements. I have my I-70, which is my beauty molecule. This is from Olive Tree People. I am a Olive Tree representative, so I always make sure that I have this on hand. If you're interested in any of the Oliveda products or the Olive Tree People things, I'm your girl. Just message me and I will give you more information. Then my dad has me on this aloe vera juice because he says that it helps him tremendously. It's super healthy. And he actually used to like do the actual aloe vera leaf and boil it and do all these things to make his own juice. But the problem is you can't really find it organic. It's not always easy to find. Then he found this stuff on Amazon and it has really good reviews. Everyone really likes it. So yeah, source of antioxidants. So used in herbal medicine, it relieves irritation, inflammation, and gastro issues. So yeah, gonna take these and then I take my other vitamins. Just really simple and it starts my day off really good. And then I have my greens powder and my water. And then I'm set for the day. I'm gonna be doing a home workout this morning and then I will hit the gym to do my heavy weights later. So that is the plan for today. Okay, so this is how much I'm having. Sorry, don't mind my sink dripping over here. Yeah, so a shot of my I-70 and then a tablespoon of my aloe vera. And the aloe vera is supposed to have twice a day, but there's a lot of times I just have it the once. And yeah, just my healthy supplements every morning. Okay, so I also take my multivitamin. This one is from Costco, but US, so that's where most of my vitamins come from. And then, what else? What else do I got here? This is my magnesium. I take it every day, but I take it later on in the evening. And then I take one of these, sometimes two. It depends on how I'm feeling. Lately, I've been taking two just because I've been working out really heavy, lifting really heavy weights, and I just need to relax and let my muscles relax in the nighttime. So I take these. This is the one that I prefer. This is my first one that I turn to. I do have a secondary one that I have showed you guys on the channel before that I buy as well. I'm not affiliated with them. They're just the best, and they're Canadian. And what else do I take? Okay, milk thistle I take almost every day, but not every single day. And this is really good for liver detox, so I do take my milk thistle as well. Okay, so let's talk about coffee alternatives. Cozy drinks, really important. It's a part of my routine. I'm getting a lot of really healthy things in these coffee alternatives. Like this is Lion's Mane. This company has many different types of mushrooms and little combinations, but all of them are really good and really beneficial and really healthy for us. So I'd like to implement things like this. And this is a coffee alternative as well. And it's from France. It's caffeine free. This is plant-based and I find it just on Amazon. That way it helps me decrease my coffee intake because I do still drink coffee. we prefer having an organic coffee here at home just because of all the molds and stuff that are on coffee beans typically. But there are times when I will just grab a pod and I will make a Keurig pod. I'm not perfect. These are things that I try to implement and, you know, try to balance out my health and wellness routine. And that way I can, you know, get all the benefits of things like this, like lion's mane. But yeah, I'm not perfect. I still have things that I probably shouldn't have here and there. But I think overall, I think I do pretty well. So creatine is something that I have recently started to take. Well, I say recently, but the past year I have taken it on and off. And you know, it's something that is really hard for me to add to my routine, but it has now become a staple because it's really, really good for our brain health. So that's important as you age. And again, because of my age, I'm looking at all these things in order to optimize my health and wellness. But also because I'm lifting heavier weights, because I'm working out a lot now, this really helps with getting your body, you know, stronger, and you're better able to work out in the gym. So it's basically going to help you a lot in the gym as well. And so I like to incorporate that for all of the cognitive benefits, but as well as because I am weight training, of course, it's important. So my greens powder, I've showed you guys a million times. That's non-negotiable. This is something that I even travel with. I talked about how to stay healthy during travel because I do travel a lot. This is really, really important because this is going to top you up on all your nutrition. And yes, you can eat the most perfect diet, but I still think that everyone should have a scoop of greens powder just to boost you, just to give you anything that you are missing. And I'm not talking about just plant-based people. I think everyone in general would really, really benefit from any greens powder. It does not have to be this one. I just like it in bulk from Costco because it's, you know, something that is taken daily and we go through quite often in our home. So yeah, this is definitely a very important thing, and it's a staple and a non-negotiable for me. So, you know, we talk about all those greens in our diet and we think we're getting so many things in, and yes, we might if we have a really, you know, very well-rounded, healthy diet. We might get a variety of vegetables and fruits, but there's always going to be things that we're missing, unfortunately. Vitamins and minerals are, you know, just very vital to our overall health. And if you are eating a rainbow, then you're probably getting a lot. But again, this is going to give you that boost just in case you're missing anything. And this for me gives me a lot of energy. So when I don't take it, I feel very sluggish. This just gives me that boost. So hydration is definitely key. I do drink a lot of water, and then I have, of course, my greens powder and my creatine in my water as well every day. But I try to drink as much as I can, and even when I'm not thirsty, it doesn't matter. Still try to get it in and keep your body really hydrated. So you'd be surprised, you know, some people say, oh, I drink so much water, but then when you ask them to actually, you know, take inventory and see how many times they're filling up their water bottles, they're like, oh, I really thought I drank more. I'm like, see, when you're mindful of how much you're having and you have like a nice big cup, whether it's like the Stanley, this is just one of my many, many cups. At least you know at the end of the day what you've consumed, and it's a good idea just to keep track versus just pouring it into a regular cup and you have no idea how much you're getting. That way you know that you went through X amount of these per day and you're getting a certain amount of water in. Very important. So as far as vitamins go, this is my absolute favorite. This is a new one for me that I've started to implement, and it's made a huge, huge difference for me. This is a vegan version. There's other ones that are on the market as well. And for my joints and for the issues that I was having with, you know, not being able to live in a cold climate and my body just really aching and my joints really aching, this has helped tremendously. So that's something that I add on. This is a non-negotiable right now. I always take it and I don't forget. I take at least one a day, but usually two. Again, this is not for everybody, but for me in my situation, this works. So this is the D3 and the K2, and I take one of these when it's nicer weather. Now, as the weather gets colder, I'm going to be ramping up these. So this is 5,000 IUs. So, I mean, you have to decide on like what's best for you. I know a lot of people only take like 1,000 and they're good with that. Because I have SAD and because I can't deal with that very well, like my normal dose is this much, one of them. So, yeah, I will have 2 in the winter time. So I'll be at 10,000 and whatever, like it helps me and I feel really good when I take it versus not implementing it. So yeah, and these come from Costco in the US as well. Okay, got my mat laid out so that I can do my home workout. I've been doing that lately. Okay, so every day I try to do my physio stretches and my exercises, so that's done at home, and then I started implementing another workout at home as well. I'm just doing a 6-week program currently, and I'm also still doing my weight training. So yeah, just some weights. I don't have much at home. The rest is at the gym, but I try to keep a small weight. So I have 10s and then I have 20. And then I also have my kettlebell that goes to like 40 pounds. So I think that's pretty good for a home workout. And I have a lot of exercise bands, and I also have my yoga block that helps with some of the workouts. So yeah, every day try to do something, even if it's just stretching. So I am doing home workouts now, which I haven't done in years, to be honest. I always had like some sort of a setup at home and I would do something. And there was a few times in my life where I was so busy that I had to implement things like that. I do have a big treadmill, but it's a big one. And I left it at my dad's house. He's storing it and I thought he could use it because I don't have the space here in this house in Toronto. So I don't even have that right now. So I do utilize a gym, and we're really lucky because being in Toronto, you could walk to a gym. You can just get to places quicker and easier. You don't have to get into a car and like drive a million years to the gym. So, I mean, it's convenient, so I can walk there and do what I need to do. But I am implementing now some home workouts because this prompted because of physio. Because physio gave me some really good exercises and stretches to do. So then I have to do that every day. Well, if I'm going to do that and roll out a mat, then I might as well do other workouts, right? My cat's in like stealth mode over here. I don't know what he sees outside. Something's out there. And he thinks he's gonna get it, poor guy. Jupe, what do you see? What do you see, bunny? Oh God, it's the birds outside. He wants to get them. Oh no. Luckily, he can't get out. But he's definitely stalking them like he wants to jump on them.